Welcome to episode 3 of Pac-Man, Mr. Pac-Man, MR Pac-Man. Haven't shaved in a few weeks. I should probably shave before the video, but work gets in the way. I have some good progress that I want to share with you guys. So let's jump into the task list that was graded last week, and I'll show you what I've done so far. So from last week, with the help of ChatGPT organizing my brain dump, this is the list. I already know there's stuff missing after first week, but let's just check off the stuff that I've done. This is basically done. I took the course from, I'll show you the course, hang on. So this is the man. This is the man who taught me everything I needed to know in VR and mixed reality. He did an entire series on YouTube on the Oculus SDK. So if you guys want to learn how to do this stuff, I highly recommend this guy. So the guy's name is Dilmer Valesios. Sorry if I butcher your name, and if you're watching, thanks. I learned a lot from you. This entire playlist has 8 videos. Pretty much taught me everything I needed to know to do hand gestures, all the setups, all the settings. There's so much stuff in the SDK. Very helpful stuff. Pair with this video together, it made the learning complete. Get me ramped up so quickly. So I paid money for this course. I think it's worth it if you want to do VR. I think it's $300. And then his other videos on YouTube, obviously, is free. It's YouTube. So I did that. I played around with the Presence platform, lots of demos, played with the first hand demo in App Store. Also, I don't know about existing standard of gaming. There are some best practices in terms of UI. I got some resources from my advocate in Unity. So shout out to Elaine for sending those files over. Beginning mixed reality scene. So that I did, and let me show you the video I captured on my Quest Pro. It was pretty hard. Oh, not this one. So for some reason, when I turned sound off, or when I turned the mic on, it stopped working. So I turned off the sound. There it is. It's not 15 by 15 meters. I made the Guardian as big as possible by just drawing it up to the edge, and you'll see at the edge where it cuts off. But right there is, I spawned the virtual cubes. I made it 15 units by 15 units. There's a blue line where you can see the edge of the Guardian. And I was running. I was running around the cube. I was trying to run as fast as I can to see if I could make it like lose tracking or something. And it didn't. So even when I was running, it didn't lose tracking. It anchored really well into that space, even when I was running. And the white line you see, I was holding my controller. So running and holding control. So that's another reason why I think it's a good idea to do a hand-only control for this game. Because nobody wants to hold a controller while you're running. So there it is. My first demo in mixed reality. Just a cube. So that's done. I didn't do different environments. It's okay. So one thing I learned is Guardian is optional and can be turned off. Developer. So this could be huge because if I don't have the limitation of the Guardian, I don't have to scale down the stage. I can make it not just 15 by 15. I can make it however big I want, but obviously I don't want to run too much because I have to run the same map over and over and over again, at least 4 or 5 times to get to my limit, my running speed limit. I'm also not a long distance runner, so not too big, not too small. Hopefully I'll find a sweet spot of how big it should be. Test the maximum allow that I did. See video. Create frame using cube to outline. Yeah, I've done that. I don't need to do that. Ensure entire is usable. So again, with the Art Guardian limitation off, it's build maze navigate. Yeah, that I still have to do. Test duration complete. Okay. So the next step, what else have I got? So on the modeling front, I couldn't find what I want. I was surprised. I couldn't find what I want on the Unity Asset Store. Maybe it's banned, copyrighted. I don't know. But I couldn't find exactly what I needed, so I built it from scratch in Blender. And I did it poorly. I just used the cube when you open the scene, and then I just copy and paste it until I made Pac-Man. And same for the ghost. Don't know if there's a better way. I have to animate this at some point. No idea how to animate it right now, but I'm sure I'll figure that out. But that's all I got so far. That's the direction I'm heading, is just modeling my own pieces as needed. So still work in progress. The step 1 is almost done, basically. Learning. I'm not saying learning is complete. I definitely still have some learning. Oh, I also got a grabbing stuff work. So that's a pretty cool demo in the SDK to check out. I was testing if I can do 2 hand poses at the same time, and I was testing the limitation of this. For why do I need 2 hands? I'll keep that a secret for now, but I do need 2 hands for something very cool at the end. Here's another one. It's a debug scene, basically to recognize, so let me pause. So this is a hand pose debug scene. In order for the device to recognize a sign, it needs 2 things. Your hand, meaning your palm, wrist direction, and your finger shapes. So just doing thumbs up is not enough for a pose, because you can do this as a thumbs up, or you can do this, which means something completely different. So that's the reason for the hand pose. Not just the finger, but also the direction of your palm or wrist. Both has to be true for that pose to be recognized. So I'll play. So there's this thumbs up. I don't know what I was saying in the video, but I was testing it. So there's the thumb, there's the wrist direction. So when both are true, thumbs up right turns true. So that was a very exciting development for me is to just understand how that whole hand posture works. I got stuck at one point. Actually, let me show that to you guys. This is something new in the SDK, I'm guessing, in the shape recognizer active state script. In all the videos that I have seen, it only had the hand field. None of those have the finger feature state provider. And I left it blank. And none of the finger gesture worked. Like, I was watching the video, following step by step, and it didn't work. And I was like, WTF. And so, hand finger feature state provider, that needs to be populated for it to work. So let's say you want to make a pose, a new pose. Any new pose, you'll have to reference a hand. And in addition to the hand, it also needs the finger feature state provider. And that is under the sample rig, input OVR, hands, both left and right hand. Under those two, there's a prefab called hand features. Drag and drop that hand feature into this field. And that was all I was missing. Once I populate that, everything worked. So there you go. Progress for week 1 of development. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.